Welcome back in. Today we're reacting to Street Fighter 6 118 rapid fire questions with my boy Nakayama and Mamoshi. I hope I said his name right. And this is from Game Informer. They always do like some funny ass rapid fire questions with game companies. They must have flew all the way to Japan to do this. And I'm actually quite honored to see what they have to say about the game. The producer of Street Fighter 6 and the director of Street Fighter 6. Check it out. Split way reaction. Alright, what just happened? What is this? Why did that start playing?
もちろんもちろん。うん。
Have you ever seen a real street fight?
あるね、あります。
No.
If all the Street Fighter characters had a fighting tournament in real life, who do you think would win?
ガイル。
You think Dan would win any fights?
ああ、あると思う。うん、あると思う。
Who do you think you could beat?
なんかラッキーでいろいろんなことが起きて勝てるような、ことがあります。
What do the other characters think of Dan?
なんだろうね。面白いやつだと思ってると思います。
人気者な気がする。
You watch any kind of real fighting?
はい、見ます。
Do you take any real life inspiration to create any of these fighters?
あります。
Which Street Fighter character would you most like to see in MMA?
あ、ルークはすごい。
We made Luke with that in mind,
ルークは
so definitely
What was
Luke.
your first experience with Street Fighter?
すごい面白いゲームであったっていう感じ。
思った通りの動きができる。
そうそうそう。キャラクターが大きい。
What is the best Street Fighter game?
これはあれだな。
My favorite is Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition.
チャンピオンエディション。
But then he said he
When's the
said
last
Alpha
time you
2.
played the original Street Fighter?
Both of those could be well made argument.
空港でやった。
ここでやった。
空港で。
ちょっといろいろ。
ちょっと。
Last week at
Last week at the
Have you ever played
airport.
with the pressure pads? What was the biggest improvement Street Fighter 2 made over Street Fighter 1?
キャラクターがいっぱい使えるとこ。
What's the biggest improvement Street Fighter 6 makes over Street Fighter 5?
いろんなモードがあるところ。
ワークもいい。
Good
What's the
online
biggest
connection.
lesson the team took from Street Fighter 5?
作ってる側にも多分ちょっとこう対戦格闘ゲームを作るだけじゃなくて面白いゲームを作る。
コミュニケーション。
Does Street Fighter 6 have training mode at launch?
もちろん、
Of course.
What about fight money?
マネーという概念自体はちょっとない。
What about in-game ads?
But we know it's gonna be some type of fight money in the game because we saw that there are add-on content in the game for your characters. So you got to buy some type of points to get those items. So
What are modern controls?
暗操作とは、なんていうのかな。技の入力を簡単にしてすぐに楽しむためのコントロ
How many control modes are there?
ール。3つ話ある3つ。
3.
We have classic, we have modern. What's the third?
そう、ダイナミックというモードがあります。
He don't forget.
What's that?
後で遊んでみてください。
You try that later on
First
for
time you saw
yourself.
Tiger's Moment 37?
だからでも当時見てた気がし
リアルタイ
リアルタイムで。
What was your reaction?
ム。すげえやん。
すごいなの一言です。
What about the first time you saw Washigi-san's Evo moment?
もうただただ爆笑しました。
彼らしい。
ちょっと泣いちゃった。
What's the idea behind Battle Hub?
みんながこう集まってストリートファイターの情報を交換できたり、こう
Aside from competing in matches, what's the most fun thing you can do in Battle Hub?
本当にエモートとかね、チャットとか使ってコミュニケーション取れるとこ、まだね、秘密があるんです。ちょっと。
ワイワイできる。
ワイワイ的。
Do you plan on adding more classic games to play in Battle Hub?
あります。
When did the team come up with the idea for dynamic commentators in the matches?
一番最初から書いてる。
That's what I want to know. So this game was in development 2018. From the beginning, they just confirmed it right here that they started making this game in 2018. Street Fighter 5, I believe, was dying around that time. And that's when they came out with new content and started pumping out those extra DLCs. So they were trying to play catch up. And that's when, no, they announced a new DLC for Street Fighter 5 in 2019. Because it was 2020. Because they needed another year to make that DLC. Yeah, because it was 2019 and that DLC lasted to 2020. And then that's when they started pumping out these trailers. Or was it? Yeah, that's right.
Development team look at any sports video games for inspiration of how to implement it?
多分、検証とか実験とかの参考にはしたけど、まあ、丸ままそれをやろうと思ったわけじゃない。
Who has the least realistic hair on the
And
street?
since this game went in development 2018, Street Fighter 6 is most definitely coming out next year. I got the feeling we're gonna see like maybe 5 or 4, 6 trailers at the Game Awards because of that. Because I know they're gonna show us a release date. Because if it's been in development for that long, it's coming out next year.
Roster.
Because next year is 2023, so that would been
You know he's getting up there
2018,
in age. Is he going
19,
bald by any chance?
2020, 2021, and 2020. That's
Ken
5
dyed his
years.
hair?
And then 2023, which is next year. So that's 6 years.
眉毛の色。
So it has to be, yeah, it's
Why do you
dropping
think
next
Ken
year.
and Ryu were the first characters in Street Fighter?
なんでなんだね、作った人の名前はそのまま入ってるで、西山さんの名前入ってるんで、ああ、でも、空手というかね、道着を着たキャラクターが世界のキャラクターをしてるっていう、かっこいい、ちょっとシリアスなストーリーがあったからかなと思います。
Are they really in their 60s now?
僕が言ってるキャラクターもいるけど、竜とか別に
But not right.
As Dhalsim gets older, do his limbs start losing elasticity like an old sock?
靴下みたい。
He's
むしろ
starting.
伸びるよ。
What about Blanca? Does he
He's
start
like, that's
having
a-
power outages?
もうより電気が出るようになる。
How do you deal with fighters getting older? Because they have actual birthdays with years listed.
They do get older throughout the series, but it's not a direct relationship to that actual timeline. Their age might be a bit different from their spin-off.
They'll ever need to
Birthday.
update their birthdays so in 20 years we don't have 80-year-old Ryu and Ken fighting each other?
そういうからね、いつかはやりたい。はい。僕にはやらない。
Well, he said I have a character in their 80s, duke it out someday.
Can a Street
He
Fighter
actually
game
wants it
exist
to
without
happen.
Ryu, or would fans be too upset?
怒るということじゃなくて、なんかいるのは想像できないよね。
当たり前。
当たり前な感じやな。
ここにいる。
What's the longest Ryu has gone without thinking about fighting?
どうなんでしょう、ずっと分かってると。ただ、水羊羹を食べてるときは忘れてるんじゃない？
What does he do in his free time that doesn't involve training?
演奏してます。
That's crazy that Ryu actually does all of that. I'm a Jury fan. You know, I'm playing some Jury when this game drops. I'm letting y'all know that right
Ryu
now.
in Street Fighter 6. He's given off kind of a different vibe this time.
欲しいことは、ワールドツアーをプレイしたり、あとはちょっと紹介する。とか読んでもらえると分かると。
What did you think about all those Hobo Ken memes?
面白い、
They were funny, yeah.
So did Eliza throw him out?
For
or
those who
what?
don't know, when they saw Ken in that outfit, they was like, yo, Ken got divorced. He got thrown out of his wife's house. You know, he's rich. So it was GG's.
これはないですけど、
That's what they're talking about.
まあいろんなそういう想像もされるんだなと。はい。
What would Ryu say if Ken asked him to come over for dinner? Sure, you can!
He's like,
What did you think about when people called that Ryu skin Hot Ryu?
人気出てよかったなと思いました。
かなり
Is Ken still really good at cooking pasta dishes?
得意です。
まあ、その
Does Ken look back at his brainwash time as Violent Ken the way we might look back at a time where we had too much to drink?
覚えてないんじゃないかなと思います。
人格
So exactly like when we have too much.
その通りね。
Who's the bad guy in Street Fighter 6?
発表してません。
What did
We
you think
haven't
about that
announced
Street
it
Fighter
yet, I
movie
already
starring
know.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
最高です。
大好き。
大好き。
What about the game that was based on it?
2本あるけど、
What about the title, Street Fighter the Movie, the Game?
わかりやすい。
わかりやすいね。うん。
Do you have any thoughts on Street Fighter 2010 Final Fight?
あれも面白いゲーム。
Was that really Ken in that game?
あるかもしれない。未来の話なんで。
Why did the team go for a street art aesthetic this time around?
ユーザーさんと僕マッチしてると。
What's your favorite character theme in any Street Fighter game?
ボクサ
Balrog, I really like,
データの曲も
Dial's theme really go with everything?
そうです、本当
of
です。
course.
Do you think it would go well even with this interview?
もちろん流して
Of course, please play it.
Does Street Fighter 6's visual aesthetics
And they
also
actually
influence
played
the
it.
music?
はい、します。じゃあ
強いつながり。
How many times do you think you've heard that song that plays during the walkouts?
めちゃめちゃ聞いてる。多分
To it 100 times per day.
Is it challenging to balance a roster of characters?
大変ですね。
It's very hard and it takes a lot of
Is
time.
it easier now that you can release online patches instead of having to release like 6 different versions of a game?
違い
It's not necessarily easier, but it makes it more
は言えないけど、
okay.
こう皆さんには、
It's to deliver a high quality produce to an audience.
はい、
Which Street Fighter stage would be the coolest place to just hang out?
2つの DJ ステ
ああ、
ージ
同じや
あ
ろ。
れめちゃ
そうな、
めちゃ
そこそこ。
Oh yeah.
Who's your main in Street Fighter 6?
自分が使うのはまだ発表しないキャラクターです。
He's not going to say because his favorite character hasn't been announced yet. Oh snap! He's already telling us the DLC characters.
キンバル。
Kimberly.
Why haven't Max and Scott from the Street Fighter 2 intro ever appeared as playable characters?
ゲームとしては、まあ今出てる、使えるかもしれない。
What would your victory screen quote be in Street Fighter 2?
自分の勝利ゼリフ、今日はラッキーだ。
まあこんなもん。
Did anyone ever end up defeating Sheng Long?
言論と。ですね。はい。
So somebody must have had a chance, right?
あったかもしれない。これからあるかもしれない。
Have there ever been discussions of adding Sheng Long as a character just to capitalize on the joke?
入ってるかもしれない。
Maybe he's
What's
already
your favorite
in.
crossover game that involves Street Fighter?
バーサス
Does Ryu have any fun stories from his time competing in Super Smash Bros.?
ああ、リュウにとってよかったこと、体力回復アイテムの食べ物をいっぱい食べれた。
しも。
Do you make friends with any of the other characters?
あ、なったと思います。
どうせも。
Does Ryu have the most connections of any video game character ever? I mean, fought the entire Smash roster, Marvel characters, Tekken characters, SNK characters, Fortnite. Like, is he basically a video game version of Kevin Bacon?
そうだと思います。はい。いろいろ強いやつを求めていろんなところに行ってるので。
Even when he's using a gun in Fortnite.
強いやつと戦ってるっていう。
I can't believe they let him in there. I can't believe they let
You
Naruto in
disappointed
there.
that Tekken
And
Cross
Dragon
Street
Ball
Fighter
Z.
didn't happen?
その時ね、チームにいなくて一般のユーザーさんだったんだけど、なんか遊びたかったなとは思います。
Was it at least a nice consolation prize to see Akuma appear in Tekken 7?
なんか強くてかっこよくしてもらえ
やのにこう。
What series would you most want to see Street Fighter crossover with next?
Ooh. I saw the DC word. Uh-oh. Big fan of DC comics. So it would be fantastic to collaborate with DC and Marvel comics.
面白そうですけど、
It'd be a lot of fun.
難しいね。
But really difficult.
You know, NetherRealm has the rights to DC Comics. Could you ever see a Mortal Kombat crossover happening?
面白いと思うけど、
It'll be very cool, but it may also be hard to watch.
まず持ってる。
Because then I heard because they don't want to see Ryu get his head cut off.
抜かれたらちょっと怖いと思います。
Falling heads falling off.
画面が。
It might be okay. It might be okay if that happens off stream.
Do you have a favorite fighting game besides Street Fighter?
Definitely.
ウバウトだろうね。
I'm a fan of War Block 32.
これだけ497。
Which Marvel character would fit best on the Street Fighter 6 roster?
モンガーは作る。
What's it?
Players
Killmonger.
have
Oh
experienced the
god.
story of Street Fighter 6.
ワール
But
ド
from what I heard, Japan is actually a big fan of our DC and Marvel comics over here, just like we're a fan of their manga over there.
ツアーモードでは、じゃあね、
That's what I heard.
これのこう、ショートみたいな、アーケードモードで楽しむ。
Do you plan on adding the following to the game post-launch? 1. Fighters. Stages.
はい。
Commentators.
したいと思ってる。うん。
Modes.
いや、そうと思ってる。
Who's more mysterious, Akuma or Q?
Q だと思う。
Definitely Q.
So Akuma's birthday, likes, dislikes, and special abilities are all listed as unknown. Does that make you sad?
どうなんだろうね。本人が言いたくないんだったら、それはいいことなんじゃないの？
Try asking him?
聞いたことない。怖くて聞けないです。
The one thing that's not listed as unknown for Akuma is his weight. Why can we find out his weight if he's so mysterious, but we can't find out Chun-Li's weight?
教えてくれ。
痛くない。
So Ryu's special abilities are listed as hitchhiking and being able to sleep anywhere. What would come in more handy? Being able to do that or throw a Hadouken?
いや、便利なんじゃないの？
便利便利。
うん。
For when you witness those real life street fights.
そう、あと高いとこに引っかかっちゃう。
Alright, it's time to come clean. Who's the wise guy who designed Jury's Battle Hub camera angle? Battle
They
Hub
did
camera.
that. They know
Alright,
they
it's
did
time to
that.
come clean. Who's the wise guy who
I was
designed
waiting
Jury's
on
Battle
that.
Hub camera
And for
angle?
those who haven't seen Jury's Battle Hub thing, it's literally when she holds her feet out and her feet is in the camera.
How does it feel to be back on Xbox?
嬉しい。
いろんな人
嬉しいです。
So why is it coming to PlayStation 4 but not Xbox One?
痛すぎる。要件が。
大人の事情。
Will new Street Fighter games ever come back to Nintendo consoles?
うんじゃない？
そう出したいですよ。
やりたいですよ。
When you refer to the Shadowloo bosses, do you refer to them as Bison, Balrog, Vega, and Sagat? Or Boxer, Claw, Dictator, and Sagat?
日本
日本
で。
の名前でもいい。
Does Claw take a lot of selfies?
自分で取らなくて取れって言うと取らせるよ。
I want her to ask another jury question.
Can
That
you
was
do an
good.
impression of your favorite special move to perform in Street Fighter 6?
Wait, did he tell him to do it? Yeah, do it.
Were any real life locations inspirations for stages in Street Fighter 6?
います。今回のメトロシティのステージとかは、上でね、会いに行って、グラフィティ。
Which Street Fighter character would do the best if they were dumped into the world of Monster Hunter?
なんかスキンでも出してもらったら、ゴーキーはいけると思う。サンタライズで、一部世界に来ましたんで。食べてた。
What about if they were dumped into the world of Resident Evil?
キャミーは、
Cammy, oh god. She
Who
just
has the
cannon
coolest
spike
stage
everything.
entrance animation in Street Fighter 6?
ジュリは結構、
Jury enter?
一緒に。
So like then
面
something
白いの。
that or what
Is
happened.
your favorite arcade still around?
ゲーセンは残ってます。
出ました。
Want to go play Street Fighter 2 there?
行きますか？行きたいですけど、秋葉原なんで。
Well, maybe we can hit one up here.
もちろんもちろん。
そう
うん。行きましょ
Okay, hold up, but that's a different video.
う。
You think any Street Fighter characters could compete in another sport on a professional level?
ヘルシムバスケット向いてると思う。
Who is your favorite new character in Street Fighter 6?
発表されてる中で言うと、自分はジェイミーかなり好き。
What role does Luke play in the story of Street Fighter 6?
主人公は主人公だけども、なんか、いろんな人と絡んでいって輝くタイプの人で、本当にワールドツアーモードでも、自分の分身のアバターと絡んでいくことによって、こう魅力キャラクター。
Why was it important to include him as the final DLC character for Street Fighter 5?
そう主人公だったから、先に6を作る。
When you decide to make a new game, is it difficult to decide which characters from the past game don't make the jump over to the new one?
難しいですね。まあ、作れる数、限りがあるんで、もうキャラ作り、時間もね、かかるので。
Who was the hardest character to cut from Street Fighter 5 when you came over to Street Fighter 6?
コーディは実は個人的には入れたかったんだけど、入れた。
Get Cody. I wanted to get Cody in, especially because World Tour takes place in the Metro City. So Cody's gonna probably be DLC.
魅力的なキャラだったんで、できればやり
Are there any bonus stages in Street Fighter 6?
ます。
You'll have to be really careful where they park their cars in the universe of Street Fighter.
そうですね。
そうね。
すぐ壊されちゃうと思います。
Have you ever tried punching a car?
Yeah, I don't think so. Have you?
技さある。
How did
Yes,
that go?
痛かった。
it hurt
So was that
bad.
because of Street Fighter, or was that you were just angry?
でドア閉ま
I
らへ
couldn't
ん。
close the door.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. This has been a really fun interview, and it's been just a really exciting day for me overall.
To me, it was Tuesday.
And for me, it was Tuesday. Oh man, that was some serious good questions he asked. I love these guys. They always ask like good questions for the game, for Street Fighter and stuff. You know, a lot of people are really hyped for this game. And the Game Awards, if I'm not mistaken, let me look at my calendar right quick, chat. I believe it's coming up very, very soon. It's like the first week of December. And it is. Yes, it is. It is, boys and girls. It is. Yes, it is right around the corner. So, with that being said, though, it's like I'm very excited for Street Fighter. I hope they announce the pre-orders. I hope they do. I'm ready. I'm ready to get it on. I'm ready. 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 Do, do, do. But anyway, I'm playing Jury, Kimberly, and Cammy if we freaking get her announced very, very soon. I'm pretty sure that's who trailer we're going to see at the Game Awards. But anyway, guys, post comment below, like and subscribe. If you enjoyed my reaction to these rapid fire questions, let me know, and I'll make more. As soon as they make more of these, I'll give y'all all the reaction to them. But this way, leaving you guys and signing off. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop some comments down below so I can read, because I like reading around on my spare time. And I'll see you guys next time. Let's check this joint on out, y'all. This shit ain't gonna be sickening. I ain't gonna lie, Capcom is me killing it. Capcom is dipping their balls in some good juice right now. They feeling themselves. They said they made all this money off Resident Evil and shit. They like, man, we ain't broke no more.